Google Home. Seattle's far-left Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal could be indicted, and it could be imminent. That is what's trending.
What's trending in Trumplandia?
You see, 24 hours later, we should be more alarmed at the Trump indictment. It's been about 24 hours, a little more than 24 hours since this came down. And I think we should be more alarmed. But of course, the left right now is celebrating all of this. They love it. They think it's funny. They think it's a hoot. They cannot stand Donald Trump and they want to see him rot in prison. But I would argue that they probably should not be celebrating because the grandmother of the squad, Pramila Jayapal, she might be indicted next. You see, special counsel Jack Smith indicted Trump for his attempts to stop the certification of what Donald Trump thought was a fraudulent election. And it was apparently a coordinated campaign based on lies. That's what Smith says. And as a result, he accuses Trump of conspiring to overturn the legitimate results of the 2020 presidential election and did so by using knowingly false claims of election fraud, all to obstruct the certification. That's where the basis of the 4 indictments come. Now, that claim is based on 2 things, right? For this to be successful, 2 things have to be satisfied. Number 1, Trump's speech and beliefs around fraudulent behaviors are to be deemed illegal, criminal, and attempting to challenge the results and the process that he believed to be fraudulent has to also be deemed illegal. Because as a result of the claims that Jack Smith made, he makes this bizarre point that Trump sought to stop our right to vote. And I say it's bizarre because we all voted at the time. He didn't stop any of our abilities to vote. And even more bizarre because he's basically saying that you lose the right to vote if you challenge and try to stop what you believe to be a fraudulent election. But number 1, we already have a process in place that discounts votes that were fraudulently cast. And number 2, I mean, I could argue that the Electoral College itself invalidates your vote. If you come from a state whose population didn't vote for the person you voted for, your vote in that case doesn't count. It counts to the popular vote, but the popular vote doesn't choose the president. Now, for this all to work, a jury has to believe that Trump knowingly believed that he lost this election and knowingly broke the law to stop the process. And the reason why we say knowingly, and this is an important piece, and you'll hear this over the course of, the next several months. And in fact, if you were listening to the Fox News update at the top, you heard Mike Pence say he chose to listen to his crackpot lawyers. Yeah, his lawyers. When lawyers tell a client this is legal and you follow it, that's not your fault. Oh, but Jason, there were a bunch of other lawyers who said, no, this is not legit. Yeah, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. If he believed one of his lawyers, let's say there were 1,000 lawyers saying no, but there was one who said, yes, you can do this. That's all you need. That's all you need. It's really that simple. But based on this new standard for stretching criminal law beyond any recognition whatsoever, Seattle Congresswoman and election denier Pramila Jayapal, she could be indicted next because she acted eerily similar to Donald Trump. Now, I would argue that a Jayapal indictment would be rather outrageous.